Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, and today we're going to go over the 2019 Thor Freedom Traveler A30. This is an awesome Class A. It's right in that perfect size of being just under 32 foot, and it has a full wall slide, really helping to open up the space when you are parked. Let's start off right over here on the camp side. You'll see this one has a very comfortable jackknife style sofa right here. The cool thing about this is it is directly across from the dinette, so it makes a perfect space for entertaining guests right up front. And it's also great for travelers because you have two seat belts here with some cup holders right up top. You'll see the large window to let in a lot of natural light during the day. Right up top here underneath the cabinets, you have two LED lights as well as two electrical outlets and a couple speakers there. When we open up the top cabinets, you'll see this strut assisted for one-hand operation, nice big storage space. Right up in the top here, this is kind of cool. You have an electrical outlet as well as an HDMI port that's already run here. So if you want like a DVD player or Blu-ray player, you can put it right in here, plug that in, and it's already wired up to the TV. So I do like that because that way, you know, you can just bring your own equipment. They give you a spot there, and again, it's already wired up, making life pretty easy. Another thing I do want to show you, right on the wall right here, this controls the power bed. We'll take a look at that in just a moment when we go up front, but this is an awesome option. I love that they have it here. And then I also want to show you above the door, you have some extra storage. So let's move up front. The power bed is right up here. I'll show you that after we talk about the cab, but this again is something I love about the Freedom Traveler. But if we take a look at the cab itself, of course, you have both the passenger and driver seats. Both of these do swivel around. You take a look right down here, you see the flange for your table, so you can take your table leg, drop it right down in there. You have a nice little table here where you can, you know, play cards, eat snacks, whatever. Plus, when you flip these around, you're in the conversation with everyone else sitting in the dinette and the sofa. The dash right here, so a couple different things. You'll see you have 3 cup holders, which is great. You can never have enough cup holders when you're driving, I swear. You have this little non-stick pad, you know, just a nice spot to throw your wallet, your phone, or whatever. Then this is really cool too. So most manufacturers, they carpet this little shroud right here. And what happens is when you go to get in and out of the driver and passenger seats, your shoes are constantly rubbing on it. Well, when it's carpet, it gets dirty, it gets gross. And if you look at a lot of used motorhomes, you look up front, you'll see how dirty it is. They actually use the fiberglass shroud here, so it's a lot easier to clean. And then on the underside, they wrap it in like a neoprene barrier, so that way it has a little bit of soundproofing to help reduce a lot of the engine noise coming through. So that's pretty neat. Right here on the dash, of course, you kind of have like this fake wood grain look. You have your 12-volt plugins right there. You have an HDMI port as well as the USB. The HDMI, so you have screen mirroring. You can plug your cell phone in there, and then you'll have screen mirroring right here on the central dash, which is pretty nice. As far as the other controls, you have the sunshade for up front, and then both your driver and passenger fans. If we take a look at the driver's side armrest, you'll see that this one does have heated mirrors, of course power mirrors as well, another cup holder there, and then you have the auto level as well. Up on the dash, you do have emergency start, so in the event that your coach battery dies, you can pull off the battery from the home portion. Now on the passenger side, this is a pretty nice little feature here too. So as the passenger's riding along here, you can flip this right over. You know, you can sit here and have a snack. If you have a laptop or tablet, you can put that here. You can do work. You'll see you have your standard electrical outlet right over here, another 12-volt over to the side. So you have a couple different options there for those electronics. Right up top, obviously you have your 2 fans. You also have a little bit of extra storage right up there. And then, of course, as I mentioned, the power bed. So when we drop this, there are locks on either side. When you're traveling, you obviously want the locks in. When you're not, of course, you pull them out here. I'll drop the bed down and I'll kind of show you what that looks like. So we just turn the key to the on position, we push the lower button, and just like that, the bed drops down. With the bed all the way down here, you will see that it does come with a mattress, which is awesome. That way you don't have to worry about, you know, blowing anything up. What I recommend doing is just putting a sheet on here, you know, a clean sheet, so that way when guests do come, you drop it down, it's already made up, give them some pillows, a blanket, whatever, they're good to go. There's a 500-pound weight capacity on here, folks, so it is heavy duty. So, you know, don't worry about 2 adults sleeping up here. It can definitely handle it. If we take a look at the off-door side, take a look at this, folks. As I mentioned, it is a full wall slide. You can see how it runs the entire length of the motorhome here, really helping to open up this space in the A30. The dinette is a dream style dinette. You can easily sit 2 to 4 people here. It is 70 inches, so if you want to drop this down into a bed, you can have additional sleeping space here as well. Some cup holders there, and you have 2 additional seat belts right over here for any riders. You'll see there's an electrical outlet right down below, as well as some easy access storage there. Also, you have 2 windows and the TV right there. So I actually like this setup because if you're sitting on the sofa, you have a direct shot across. If you're sitting on the inside of the dinette, probably not the best viewing angle, but if you're sitting on the outside, you can still look up and see what's happening on the TV. Then you move back into the kitchen. You have a lip right here, so that way any water runoff from the sink isn't, running down behind your dinette there. So that was definitely a smart move. They have the double bowl stainless steel sink with the pull-out faucet. Residential hardware here, folks. This is a nice faucet. It's not some chintzy thing they put in there. Again, this is something that people, a lot of times would have in the house. Slow rise shade in here rather than your kind of, Venetian style blind. So an upgraded blind here in the kitchen, which I like. Beautiful backsplash. You can take a look at this. It's a tile backsplash on there. Absolutely gorgeous. It's, you can tell it's nice and thick. It's not just like a wall board or anything like that. And then you have your 3-burner cooktop right here with the covers. That way you can utilize this as prep space. Front burner on there is high output. Right down underneath is your oven. And then you have a whole smattering of storage down here. You'll see a drawer right down there. You have a couple more drawers. Now this top one, you can see is actually a good sized drawer. Despite the sink being there, they put it on a great angle. A lot of times it's not what you get. You just get a drop down, but you can see here 4 very large drawers underneath the sink. Great storage there as well. Plenty of room for a trash can. Right along the top, storage there, built-in shelf, but this is adjustable, so that way you can kind of adjust it to what you want. And then you also have the microwave right over here to the side. Now, obviously, a kitchen wouldn't be complete without your fridge freezer, so that is right over here. Norcold fridge freezer combo, plenty of space. You have a cutout right there. This unit runs off both propane and electric and has automatic switchover. More storage right up there up top. Then your main control panel is right over here on the side. You can see your tank monitoring panel as well as your generator there. And then your slides, water pump, and a water heater on there as well. Do note that your water heater can run off electric or LP. You can turn on both those at the same time for faster recovery. Making our way back a little bit further, I want to hit this real quick. This is pretty cool. So you have your pantry right along the side. A couple of shelves right there. Pull-out drawers with finished fronts. Nice looking. Another cubby hole right down underneath. Then you get a big wardrobe. So this is one of 2 in the bedroom. So you have big hanging space right here. 3 more drawers. You gotta absolutely love that. We'll check out the other wardrobe in just a little bit, but first I want to head in here and take a look at the bathroom. As we take a look at the bathroom here, you'll see you have everything you want in a smaller bathroom, which is great. So right over here, you see the linen closet running the full length up and down. Plenty of storage right in there. And then right behind me is the toilet. You have a porcelain bowl, so it's easy to clean. And I have plenty of room. It's good in the legs, good right here in the shoulders. I don't feel cramped at all. Toilet paper holder is already installed, easy to reach as well. I know it sounds silly, but I've had some that aren't. And then right over here, obviously you have a little bit of storage underneath your sink. You have enough room there for a small trash can, which I always like to have one in the bathroom. Stainless steel bowl here, electrical outlet, hand towel ring, mirrored medicine cabinet up top. Not only do you have that big linen closet, but you get the medicine cabinet as well. 2 LED lights. They did a good job of making it nice and bright in here. Obviously your vent fan. And then the neo-angle shower. I'll take a step in here just to show you as far as height. I'm 6 foot. Obviously, there is no issue right here. So even if you're a taller person, you can shower in here, no problem. Also, the doors are on a roller track. So when you're done showering, you open the doors up. The water goes right down the door into the shower pan, unlike a swing door or curtain where a lot of times it ends up on the floor. The bedroom here has a massive door for privacy, so that way if you have any additional guests sleeping out there, you can close this right off. So I love that they have a door. It's not just open, or they give you a curtain. When you do step into the bedroom, you have the queen bed right here. You'll also see that you have storage on both sides. So you have drawers right there. The one side also has a little bit of storage underneath. You have a 12-volt plug-in on the one side, so if you have anything you need to plug in there, you can do that. A couple LED lights, and of course storage all the way around. You'll also have your second AC right here in the bedroom. It does come with 2, of course. Right at the foot of the bed is your TV, so that way if you do want to watch TV, while you're right before you go to bed, you can do that. And if you take a look at this, they didn't waste any space. They actually put storage behind here, which I think is real cool because most manufacturers wouldn't do that, and you would have no idea it's there, but it's strut assisted, easy to access. Window right down below, as well as the shelf top right here. You have a charging center with 4 USB ports and electrical outlets, so that way you can have all your charging needs taken care of. 2 large drawers right underneath here. Then moving over, we get into this second wardrobe. You'll see a bank of 6 drawers here. So, big usable drawers. And then as I mentioned, right up top, you have a wardrobe again, mirrored doors on there. And if you take a look inside, you can see that table leg as well as that table I mentioned that goes right up front between the driver and passenger seat. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the 2019 Freedom Traveler A30. This one is built on the Ford F53 chassis. It houses the 6.8 liter V10 Triton engine, putting out about 320 horsepower and 460 foot-pounds of torque. You can see it has the one-piece windshield right up front, your power mirrors here on the side, and if you take a look, it also has your side cameras built into those mirrors to help cover some of your blind spots. Excellent storage on the Freedom Traveler here as well. We'll take a look at that in just a second. Right up front is you have your 2 batteries here as well as your hydraulic pump. So some things that I really like about Thor in general is they try to make maintenance of things or troubleshooting as easy as they can. So if you take a look at the lines coming off the pump, you'll notice each one is color coded. So back at Thor, they have everything all laid out. They know where everything is running. So in the event you have any kind of failures, you need some help troubleshooting, having color-coded wiring, color-coded hydraulic lines will make that troubleshooting process much easier. Coming back a little bit further here, open this one up. Take a look at the big storage compartment, easily accessible right here on the campsite. You'll see you also do have a little bit of pass-through right up top there. So if you have some larger items, that you need to be able to fit across, you can do that. This one is lit here as well. It's also rotocast, which is great because you can basically take a power washer in here, wash everything out if it's dirty. You'll also see a drain right down there at the bottom too, so all the water drains out of there. Plus, unlike a steel bin, that one's not gonna rust out on you. Right here, we open this up. You have your outside entertainment center. So TV with your sound bar. That sound bar is Bluetooth capable as well. This, of course, is underneath the awning, so that way you can sit out here in some chairs, be able to watch the game. Speaking of the awning, if we take a look up top, there is the power awning, pretty good size. Touch a button to roll that guy out. Same thing to have it go right back in. And you have LED light strip on there for light at night. The windows themselves here are frameless windows, which they look a lot nicer than your standard framed windows. Plus, because the way they open, they essentially tilt open right here at this point. That allows them to be open a lot of times while it's raining. As long as it's not like a thunderstorm with really heavy winds, you can open those up and still get some airflow coming in without a bunch of water. Also, the seals themselves are tucked right behind the glass, so that way your seals aren't getting nearly as beat up as they would on standard windows. Quickie power step here, open it up just like so, opens right up with you. The door, of course, is strut assisted, so it stays out just like so. And then you have the grab handle here to aid you in entering and exiting the RV. One of the things I like about the Freedom Traveler is the fact that they color matched all of your components. Some manufacturers just put like a big black or white cover on here. Not the case. They color matched everything. They put the graphics over it. While it certainly takes a little more work, a little more money, it gives you a much nicer looking overall product. Right over here, another storage bin. Obviously this one needs to be cleaned out, but again, as I said, you can just take a power washer. You have the little drain right there as well. And again, this one is lit. Something I do want to show you, however, that's really neat. If you take a look, you can see you have a water tank right here as well as water lines. And you will see that they also put a duct right in here from the furnace. So that way, if it is getting a little bit colder out, as long as your furnace is running, it's blowing that hot air down there, helping to prevent those lines and tanks from freezing up on you. A couple of electrical outlets right out here in case you need to plug anything in. That will be the place to do it. And then right back here, we have our 88-pound propane tank with easy fill there. Speaking of propane, if you like to cook outside, take a look at that. Super convenient. It has its own little compartment. You don't have to get down on your hands and knees down below. Just hook your grill up right there to that propane quick connect, and you can be a grilling master. If you plan on going somewhere you don't have city water, you're gonna wanna make sure you put water in your fresh water tank. That will be the place to fill it. And then right back here, look at this massive storage compartment. So again, a light right back here. I like what they did, they tried to maximize as much space as they could right there, so that way, if you have some larger items, maybe like some big kids' toys or things like that, you have a place to put those. Rear mounted ladder, so you can climb up onto the roof there if you have to get up there for any kind of maintenance or just clean off sticks, pine cones, leaves, things like that. Backup camera right there in the center, obviously, so you can see what is behind you. Rear fuel fill, so it's a little bit easier to fill at the gas station. If you have to, reach over from the other side, you can probably reach from either side of the pump there to be able to fill that up, which is nice. Of course, you have your painted bumper on here. Right underneath is your hitch. Folks, this is an 8,000 pound rated hitch. That's a pretty big deal. If you're looking to tow something heavy behind you, this definitely has the hitch to be able to tow some of your bigger trailers and things like that. Here, of course, is your full wall slide, as I mentioned. Schwintek slide system on here, which, I've heard mixed reviews from people, and yes, they had a kind of a bad rap several years ago, but it has been remedied, and folks, it's probably one of the best slide systems out there. The only thing I will tell you, especially with the full wall slide, because it is so big, is you want to make sure that you have a full charge when you're moving it in and out. So either be hooked up to shore power when you're moving your slide, or if you don't have shore power, turn the generator on, wait for that generator to kick in, and then move your slide in and out. Also, when it goes all the way in, hold the button for a second or two. You'll hear the motors syncing back up. Same thing when it goes back out, and you shouldn't have any problems. It is a very, very reliable slide system when used properly. All right, folks, that wraps it up. Again, this is a 2019 Thor Freedom Traveler A30. If you're interested in this beautiful Class A and you'd like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.